Good morning, football fans, and what's going on? Welcome to Three and Out, right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Here we go, y'all. We have ourselves a fun one, because even though there wasn't a whole bunch of really good games today, we got just a few that should deliver plenty when there isn't so much to offer. You said it, y'all. Today, we're going to have some fun focusing in on the game of the week. Today's show is titled, No Smiles in Happy Valley. And there's a reason for that. Because today's game is strictly business. This will be a fun one as the Ducks fly in to the Nittany Lions den. We got ourselves a sure classic. This has to be, right? If it's a dud, I'll be so mad. There's no way. This game should be amazing. Anyway, with that, y'all, we got plenty more to get into today, man. I mean, let's go ahead and jump on it. The high school theme was a little bland. It's okay. Sometimes it does that. Lots of the top teams had bye weeks. But hey, how about Don Bosco Prep? Has anybody ever heard of them? Yeah, they kind of upset Bergen Catholic. Pretty solid. We got a big one coming up today. Bishop Gorman traveling to Santa Margarita. How good is Bishop Gorman? Or shall I say, how good is Santa Margarita with head coach Carson Palmer at the helm with one of the biggest tasks he'll have all season long. Also, we'll be jumping a little bit on into some 3C2A action. Today we got some some okay games because, when you look at these ranked ones, down goes Mount San Antonio, down goes Riverside. Other teams are emerging fast. San Mateo running away with it. Where do we go from here? Hutchinson staying dominant at the top of the NJCAA. How dominant will they be for how long? D3's got some madness in here. Cupcakes, but there's a few bangers. Also, D2 coming at you. NAIA Grandview looking dominant, and of course, in the FCS, who will North Dakota State and South Dakota State play today? Better yet, Montana State. We'll talk about those guys in a little bit, and we'll tell you why. And also, of course, jumping on into the FBS. Again, we got some good ones, y'all, especially in Happy Valley. You are now tuned in live to 3 and Out right here on iSports Radio. Good direct feed for all. That's sports. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of 3 and Out right here on iSports Radio. Once again, your direct feed for all that is sports. Well, here we go, man. We're hitting the ground running today because, again, we got a lot to cover in so little time. And, well, to do that, I got to bring in my boy, of course, man. He, of course, is host of Set Point here on iSports Radio, and he is the co-host of this show. And, of course, our SoCal and all things volleyball insider. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy, man, Mr. Teran Rodriguez. How's it going, brother?
Hey, Larry. Great to be on here. I'm ready to talk a lot of football today. Let's do it, as it's pretty much kickoff time for the most part.
Oh, we are. USC and good old Illinois gets kicked off right now, so looking forward to that. Oh, yeah, looking forward to that game coming on up here. Not liking these stupid early starts, but whatever. Oh, the pain of the stupid Pac-12 crumbling and our teams joining a conference we didn't want to join in the first place. Yay, okay. Anyway, so good morning to everybody jumping on in here. Marcus Lowe's great. Mr. Brandon Francione, we appreciate you guys so very much. And we got some games to get into today, man. So, of course, again, as I said, today's title had to be a good one, man. No smiles in Happy Valley, because, again, today is a strictly business game. I don't know how many smiles there will be. There'll be no smiles to start. But at the same exact time, I don't know how many smiles there's going to be after this game's over, depending on what happens. I'm not saying the Ducks will go in there and win this thing easily, but I'm also not saying that's going to be an easy game for the Nittany Lions. This is a very high-ranked game, very, very early on in the season, loving it. And, well, that's what the Big Ten is now. There's 18 freaking teams in there. So, I mean, we're bound to have some big-time matchups early on in the year, right? So, looking good, looking fun right off the bat. This game is seriously, in my opinion, going to be pretty solid. And actually, Taryn, I mean, we can really start there. I mean, if you want to. I think that's a great place to start before we get into some high school stuff and everything. But yeah, we just kicked off in Illinois. So we'll deliver you the latest on that pretty soon. But all right, Teran, let's just get to this game of the week because I know everyone's already itching for it. This is going to be the one. But all right, man, number 6 Oregon taking on number 3 Penn State. The game of the week: Oregon's speed versus Penn State's power. This has major college football playoff semifinal vibes. This game is huge, Teran. Tell us why.
It's a rematch of last year's Big Ten championship where Oregon was able to take down Penn State in what was probably dominated by Oregon for the most part. And this is pretty much make or break for James Franklin. This is his time to prove to everyone that his team actually can win the big games, because it seems like whenever they face the likes of Michigan or Ohio State or Oregon now, it just feels like that Penn State always poops the bed.
And when Teran says that, he means it. Because there have been some big poops in that bed, Teran. I don't even know if there's any room for people.
Big dookies.
Man, there's so many poops in that bed. They might have to get a new bed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but let's just be real, man. James Franklin, he's had, man, Teran, I wish I could get that many chances if I ever screw up at work like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, dude, I don't not like the guy and everything, but how long do you stay with somebody before you realize we're so close to get so far and maybe it's just not working? I mean, right, Teran? I mean, am I wrong for saying that?
Oh yeah. No, you're not wrong for saying that. It's like every time Penn State always comes up big, they wind up just screwing up and getting in their own way. I mean, even last year when they made the national semifinals, they got past SMU, which didn't really say much, and then they got past Boise State, which also didn't say too much. And they didn't even contain Ashton Genty all that well. So I think this, and then losing to Notre Dame in the national semifinals, obviously kind of showed them who they truly were. So this is Penn State's time to actually prove that they are actual contenders and not pretenders.
But I'll tell you, Teran, they look very pretentious, don't they? I mean, I'm sorry, but I guess I just want to put it out there how it is. You know, I like Penn State. I think they're a good football team. It's just, I don't know, man. This team has to show something at some point. I mean, am I right, Teran? I mean, come on now.
Yeah,
you got to do something.
Yeah, they're consistently good every year. It's just that they just don't win the big games when it truly matters.
And when does everyone start getting sick of that?
The only reason why they made it all the way to the Big Ten championship last year was because Ohio State messed up losing to
exactly.
They lost to Michigan, and then they also lost that 1-point game to Oregon, which eventually opened the door for Penn State, and they were able to waltz their way in.
Yeah, and it's
though they almost lost to Maryland,
which is crazy, right? I mean, which is nuts. But yeah, I just don't see it, man. I don't know. Right now, Penn State has me just kind of wondering, like, you know what? Is this team, how much longer is this team really going to stick around as one of those good teams? So I don't know. I just don't see it. But all right, so we're going to roll into another big game today. As a matter of fact, we say Brian Frazioni, Big Ten and SEC are legit the only conferences. I mean, because they're the only one that sucks in. I mean, the Pac-12 was there. The ACC is there. I mean, again, I keep on saying it. The ACC's demise is coming. I don't know. I just feel it at one point in time. I mean, it's sad, but this is what it is. And before you know it, I don't even know the sanctity of college sports anymore, man. Well, college football at least. It's just the whole damn thing's about money. You can transfer whenever you want to now. You play the portal like a game. You know, some guys gamble and most of them lose. I mean, I'm sorry, is what it is. I'm all for the NIL and everything, but when it starts cutting into, like, I don't know, sincerity of the game and everything, this is ridiculous. So whatever. What do you do? But this should be a great game today again. How happy will they be in Happy Valley? Well, we're going to find out later on today. Also, Teran, we got another one. Number 17, Alabama, and number 5, Georgia. It's a classic SEC rivalry. Georgia is surging. Alabama searching for consistency. This game could knock the Tide out of the college football playoff if they lose this thing. How you liking this one today?
It's going to really test Alabama's offense, and this one's also going to test Georgia's defense. I think Georgia will pull this one off, but it's going to be close. I don't think Kalen DeBoer is going to take this lying down when it comes to facing Georgia, and they know the magnitude of this game, not just for college football playoffs, but for like the SEC championship too.
Oh, for sure. This is a fun one. I mean, really, you look at Alabama and you look at how dominant they've been for so long, and this is like seeing the Patriots, and those are two friends, obviously, Bill Belichick and Nick Saban, and well, their runs are over, and it's just crazy to see it, Aaron. It's crazy to see after so long of seeing these two teams just dominate. It's crazy to be like, oh wow, they're on the fence, and there's a chance they might not even be there at the end of the year. So it's crazy to see. But yeah, I think we have a very good matchup here. But it's how good is Alabama going to be in this game? I don't know, dude. I kind of feel like if Georgia gets up, they're just going to stomp these guys out. I don't know. I don't know. Bama will fight, but I don't know, Turn. Maybe this game isn't as good as it's portrayed.
Yeah, it just feels like Alabama's missing something. It just feels like they're missing that sauce and sizzle. So I don't know what it is, and Kalen DeBoer's got to figure it out.
No, definitely, man. Another one we got today, number four, LSU, and 13, Ole Miss going head to head, man. This is a SEC West shootout. Very good game. LSU's offense versus Lane Kiffin's Rebels. Teran's like zoned in right now. Winner stays firmly in the college
Brian
football
Kelly.
hunt.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin's Ole Miss Rebels versus Brian Kelly's LSU Tigers.
Isn't this going to be fun? I mean, this is just going to be, in my opinion, this should be actually a really fun game. I would love to see an upset here. Maybe not. I don't know. Can you imagine Ole Miss winning this thing?
Well, I actually did see a graphic that said that the home team is 5-0 in this rivalry. So there is a possibility Ole Miss could pull out the win. My only interesting qualm is that LSU's defense, like they've been answering the call every single week for the most part, but the offense just isn't there. So other than that last week when they faced Southeast Louisiana and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the lone exception. But let's be honest, it's Southeast Louisiana.
The cupcake game's got to stop. I'm so sick of these cupcake games, man. But anyway, I got to go. So far, we can go back. Oregon, Penn State. Again, who are we picking, Teran? Who are you taking?
I'm taking Oregon. Even though Penn State has a good defense, I don't trust him. I still don't trust him in big games.
Yeah, I'm all Oregon in this one. I don't know what it is. Show us something, Franklin. Show us something.
Yes.
I'm not until we see something, I'm not gonna go. I guess, yeah. Alabama, Georgia. As much as I want this game to be a good one, I chose Teran. I'm not even sold that it's gonna be a great game. I think Georgia's probably gonna at some point run away with this game. What do you think?
Yeah, Georgia will win this one. I think their defense will shut down Alabama's offense, and I think that Georgia's going to you're right. I think this could be a runaway.
It could be. I mean, again, Alabama, like this is they're just not the Alabama they were. I mean, it is what it is. But you guys had a hell of a, like the Patriots, hell of a run. It's just not there no more. So rebuild and see if we can get back there, right? I mean, that's just where we are with these teams. LSU and Ole Miss. I got to go LSU, even though I would love to see Ole Miss win. That would be fun.
You know what? Screw it. I'll take Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss continues the trend of the home team winning, and I think LSU has its first slip up. I think this feels like a letdown spot for the Tigers, and I think Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin will expose them.
Oh, it would be great. It would be so great. Can you imagine that, Teran?
I could see it. I mean, if they're playing at night, then the edge goes to LSU, but the whole home team has won between those two teams the last 5 times. Kind of sells it to me.
No, I agree. I'm totally with you. So Fun stuff there. Next up, number 21 USC, number 23 Illinois. Two teams with very different styles. You got the Trojans offense, solid. The Illini's defense is pretty solid, actually. A true crossroads matchup here. Watching right now, as a matter of fact. Nice little catch there on the right flat. We've seen a helmet just pop off at the moment.
Yeah,
but
that
USC
was a
is
great catch by Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah, very good catch. So we're getting close to midfield here. SC driving, and 4th and 1. They're actually going for it. So this is a pretty solid game, Teran. I don't know. This is a fun game. There we are for the first down and a little bit more. And USC is driving on this first possession of the game. How you feeling about this one?
So this is an interesting game. If you all saw last week, Illinois got the pants beaten off them. Like, it was bad. Like, they were the top 10 team, and they just got creamed by Indiana. And this is kind of the biggest problem with Illinois. They're always good to start off, and everyone just hypes them up saying, oh, Illinois is going to do something really good. And then they get exposed big time. They're like Penn State Junior. It's like they're a worse version than Penn State. And this is just the trend over and over and over again. Meanwhile, last week, USC kind of had a little emotional game, a late game against Michigan State. Like this week, they have the earliest game on the slate. Last week, they had the latest game on the slate starting at 8 p.m. And it didn't even get done till close to midnight because there was a scary injury on the field. And thankfully, Wayne Matthews III is doing much better for Michigan State. So,
yes.
That's one of the reasons why most people probably fell asleep to Michigan State USC. But even Michigan State, I'll give them credit. They kind of scared USC a little because that was a little bit of a test for the Trojans. But I think for USC, this one should be a little bit better, but we'll see. Yeah.
Agreed. I love the Trojans. I want them. I'm always looking forward to, good football from these guys. Haven't really gotten good football from these guys. It's been okay football. They're still winning. Last week was kind of a scary one. I mean, I don't know. What do you do? But this is a team where I'm expecting a lot out of, as I always do. And it's been a little bit of a letdown the last couple of seasons. I get it. They're not that dominant force they once were. But I like seeing the somewhat bounce back as there's just a beautiful fumble there, scoop off to the end to the right boundary there, and there you go. We feel like
oh my god,
we just love just coughing up the ball. I mean, that's what you do on the first drive of the game. Very, very nice. I mean, what a joke. So again, this is what makes me consistently say, as I said, the great years are over, and it sucks because this is the crap we got to do now. This is the crap we got to.
Yeah, that defender just got the hand on the ball.
So what do you do? It's frustrating. What do you do? But there you have it. So that's why I'm not so high on SC like how I used to be, because of crap like that. So I'm so happy that happened during this segment. I mean, it just couldn't happen at a better time, because that's exactly what I'm feeling against these guys right now. Like, what a way to just make this game way harder than it should be. This should have been a nice, easy run, not easy, but a nice drive down the field, and way to blow it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. But anyway, Teran, all right, well, there you have it. A little bit of the ranked on ranks there for
interesting thing about can I just make a few more interesting nuggets about SC Illinois? This is the 14th meeting between the two teams. USC leads the overall series 11-2. Last time they met was the 2007 Rose Bowl, where SC just dominated them. I think it's their first regular season meeting since the 1990s. So it's been a long time coming. Everyone on Big Noon Kickoff all picked USC, which now concerns me. So hopefully for SC's sake, other than that drive, they can get their you-know-what together and actually play football and play to their level, because ever since joining the Big Ten, they have not had a single ranked win in the Big Ten. Like, something's got to give when it comes to SC. And if there's ever a moment for SC to win a game, it's now.
It is.
It's really proven themselves.
It's frustrating to see because I know this team can run through the Big Ten, but unfortunately, it's just when you don't feel like showing up and playing football, it's just what happens, right? So good for Illinois. Hope they pound it in because SC clearly didn't show up to play football. So there you go. Brian says here, lots of good games at the same time tonight. Oh, we got some bangers today, even though there are some teams that just kind of have a break, but we do have some bangers. So, all right, I'm going to roll on in here, Teran, into some high school football, man. We've had some pretty solid stuff here. Let's go ahead and take a look here as we keep an eye on the SC Illinois game here. But all right, Terrence, let's roll up here and go up to our Max Preps game. So overall, man, wow. I mean, we had a spotlight on a few games this weekend, and overall, we saw some solid stuff, right? We saw, but overall, there were some buys. There were some pretty big buys, right? I mean, if you look at it, we didn't get a. Let's see here. Sorry. Number one, of course, St. John Bosco, the new number one in town. They had a buy. St. Francis Academy had a buy. Let's see here. Corona Centennial had a buy. Modern Day had a buy. Buford had a buy. Sierra Canyon had a buy. St. Thomas Aquinas had a buy. DeMatha had a buy. Carrollton had a buy. Let's see who else had a buy. Teran, we're just giving out buys like Oprah, I guess, right now.
This feels
buy
like
weeks everywhere.
Probably feels like the week of the buy, with the exception of a few teams.
Yeah, Cass Tech also had a buy, and if I'm not mistaken, there was one more. No, but there were some crazy ones. Oh my gosh! Number 3, Grayson in Georgia. It wasn't a good one, but they roll on, destroying Newton 50-3. The IMG Academy just went ahead and did their thing, destroying Central out of Alabama 49-9. We had here, that was supposed to be a tough test. No. Number 15, South Lake Carroll. They crushed Timber Creek 55-13. Number 17, Grimsley in North Carolina. These guys stayed perfect. They hammered Western Guilford 66-6. Number 18, Chaminade Madonna, man. They just completely destroyed Western 56-0. Basha out of Arizona, they're climbing up these ranks at number 23 right now. They're moving up now. They defeated Queen Creek 35-13. De La Salle destroyed St. Mary's 36-7. And number 25, Bixby out of Oklahoma. They look good. Just nearly doubling the score here of their opponent, 66-35, destroying Jenkins. But the big ones, Teran, were Don Bosco Prep, stunning number 14 Bergen Catholic on the road. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting this one. This was pretty crazy to see, man. Yeah, I did not expect Bergen Catholic to lose this game. But again, upsets happen. And this New Jersey team, no, they got it. 14-9. Very close victory there. We have Clay Chalkville out of Alabama defeating number 19 Thompson, Alabama, out of Alabaster. So they're going to be probably out of top 25, 28-24, handing the Warriors their first loss. And then American Fork, Utah. Lone Peak just defeated Corner Canyon. And unfortunately, fortunately for Lone Peak, they got ranked at number 20, and then they get upset by American Fork out of Utah, 31-28, shaking up the Utah rankings. So how about that, Teran? I mean, crazy, right? What a week in high school football.
Yeah, I'm actually not surprised that Don Bosco Prep pulled off the win. They're actually a pretty solid team from years past. I just think they maybe kind of hit a little bit of a rough patch in certain years, but I think this win is so big for them, beating Bergen Catholic, and that's a nice feather in their cap, if you ask me.
Oh my gosh, yes. But of course, today we got to look into a few tiny things here, Teran, because today we got a good one. We got a few good ones, of course, coming up. We have, let's see here. We do have. Well, we had. There we go. Okay, we have a couple going on today, but none bigger. Personally, none bigger than the number 7 team in the country taking on the number 9 team. Talk about this one, Teran. The number 7 Bishop Gorman Gales at 4-1 taking on Santa Margarita, the number 9 team in the country in Santa Margarita, California, right? Santa Margarita, 3-1. Teran, this game is gotten huge written all over it. Talk to us.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup just because, well, obviously Bishop Gorman's coming off of a close loss to Mater Dei. That meanwhile, Santa Margarita, they're not ducking anybody, and that's what I like about this little matchup right here. So I think for Santa Margarita, this is a chance to really prove themselves. But honestly, I think this one should have bounce back written all over it for Bishop Gorman, especially since Trent Mosley is not going to be playing, is most likely not going to play for Santa Margarita. So we'll have to wait and see when it comes to Bishop Gorman. It's going to be played at Tesoro High. So I think this one should be a very fun one. And I think we're in for a barn burner.
This will be played at Tesoro, huh? Why is that? What happened to Santa Margarita Stadium?
So their field doesn't have the bleacher size. And normally they play their games at Trabuco Hills. But I guess Trabuco Hills High isn't available this week.
Lame. Lame. Okay, well, that's all right. I mean, hey, it happens, but interesting. Yeah, I did not know. I thought they play their games at home.
Yeah, I don't know either. I guess they just don't have the bleacher size and whatnot. They can't have big bleacher sizes on both sides.
Oh, man. Well, I guess it's time for a little conversation here, Teran. I mean, I guess, everyone's on a bye week and we're getting into the Trinity League next week, starting to play and everything, and all this is going down and all that. What are you looking at right now? Now that we're we got this week off and we're getting into league play for the majority of these teams, what are you thinking, Teran? I mean, do you really – I still truly believe that the entire national championship is going to go through Mater Dei or St. John Bosco yet again, because after Mater Dei got knocked off, the door is wide open now for St. John Bosco. I mean, this is their chance to win their first title since 2022. So, Teran, do you think it's a 2-horse race right now, or do you think there's a dark horse in there we're not seeing?
I think it's probably going to be a 2-horse race. I think Mater Dei is back. I just feel that they just have that loss to Corona Centennial might have been the best thing for them, because they turned the ball over 7 times and they almost came back and won. I just think that as long as Mater Dei cleans up its penalties, they should be good to go. But it'll be interesting to see what St. John Bosco brings to the table. Also Santa Margarita and Orange Lutheran as well.
That's right, because, I mean, if you look at Orange Lutheran and Duncanville are both out of the top 25. They've fallen back into the 30s.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. Did you see that happening this year?
No, I didn't. I didn't see that coming, honestly, but I did see that.
Yeah, I thought for sure. We were going to see, and there you go, into the end zone, Illinois, just like we thought. So good job. Good job, USC. Way to look like a pathetic football team. Good job, guys. Proud of you. Very proud. Proud Trojan right here. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. What do you do, though? So, anyway. Yeah, Darren, so I look at this and just say, there's lots of good football ahead for these teams. But right now, I mean, I think so too. I mean, come on, Halloween night, we get St. John Bosco and Mater Dei. I mean, I know a lot can happen before then, but as Teran said it before, it's the hottest ticket in town when they play each other.
Yep.
And it's usually always number 1 versus number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, anyway, any dark horses in the Trinity League that you would say, you know what, you should look out for these guys?
Santa Margarita and Orange Lutheran are ones that come to mind. Servite had a pretty solid win, even though it was against St. Paul. J. Sarah has looked pretty decent as well. They had a nice win the previous week. So I think for the entire Trinity League, they just look really good overall. So I think for the entire Trinity League, it's gonna be an all-out war. I just think there's not gonna be any layups, which is great for the league. And I know people will obviously fuss about it, but that's just how it is sometimes.
No, agreed. And then, of course, Aaron, any other things you want to point out there? So we got any comments here? Oh, yeah. Well, They do. California does have a ton because the Trinity League is like one of the biggest freaking leagues in the country, if not. I mean, it's not big as in size. It's just the teams are so damn good, and they're private schools, man. I mean, it's like Bergen Catholic over there. I mean, there's a lot of good high school football in California, but it doesn't mean it's not everywhere else too. I mean, we talk about these Texas teams, there's some Florida teams that are absolutely insane. So this is some good stuff here, Darren. But I mean, yeah, I mean, would you say though? I mean, I could definitely tell you though right now, the definitely the tippy top always runs through Southern California. And again, the craziest thing is modern day in Santa Ana and St. John Bosco in Bellflower, right, Darren? You're in Bellflower?
Yeah.
Or Cerritos, they're somewhere in the area. I mean, they're only 30 miles apart.
Yeah, that's about
I mean,
right.
it's just crazy. I mean, they're so close together, and that's the Trinity League. So I mean, yeah, but there's some great teams around the country, and that's why we'd like to talk about all these teams around. But other than that, I guess I don't know. I just feel like right now we have it will be a 2-horse race unless anything else crazy happens. But man, Kahuku threw quite the wrench in the gears, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
When they knocked off modern day. So yeah, man, it's crazy. But anyway, so with that said, though, I think we have ourselves some really good high school football coming our way. And don't want to get into next week right now. We'll save that for tomorrow and some big games that we'll talk about in our Sunday night show. We of course get ready for Sunday night football, but yeah, Taryn, there's some great games this week, man. Really, really exciting stuff there in high school football in the top 25. And man, I also just want to bring up this last one here too, which was pretty nuts, man. Isn't it crazy, Taryn, how things can just kind of go? Like American Fork, this team, they're good, but I mean, they're not like they've been heard of before, like on the, in the big talks. And look at Lone Peak knocks off Corner Canyon last week. Corner Canyon is now out of the top 25. They've been the top dog in Utah for a long time, for a while at least. And look at that, man. They freaking knock off. Lone Peak knocks them off last week. And then this week, Lone Peak is ranked, and then they get knocked off by Fork, which is crazy. I mean, so how about that, man? I mean, it goes to show you, you never know 1 week from the other. So American Fork, man, came with it, and they knocked those guys off. So really good football, man, all over the place. Like I said, all over the country, but I'm pretty cool. And I just want to point out one thing too, before we move on. What a performance too by McCallie. These guys got put on, man. They of course defeated Mission Viejo last week. Again, we're not going to make any excuses for Mission Viejo. We know it was a long trip, and we know it happens. But when nobody wants to play you in California or near you, go far away. They're not ducking nobody. And McCallie now they're doing it. They're playing good football. They're ranked. They just won a good game last night, and they're going to stay ranked. So that right there kind of put them on the map, didn't it, Teran?
Oh yeah, that was definitely a huge win for them. Again, no excuses for Mission Viejo, especially since they bounced back this week against Chaparral. But honestly, I think it might have been travel, and that just goes to show that some of these teams out of state are just a different breed.
It's true. And Shap, man, I mean, bringing that up really fast too. I mean, Chaparral's not too far away from us right here in the Marietta Temecula area. And yeah, man, I mean, of course they would get it taken out on them. Shap's a good school, but they're no Mission Viejo. And Mission Viejo came to play in that game. It's one of those deals there. But yeah, big game. What was the score in that one, Teran?
25-14.
25-14. I thought it was bigger than that, but all good. So anyway, so anything more to add? Anything you want to add for any other high schools? Maybe your high school? Anything you want to add out there? Anybody listening? Anybody want to throw out their high school, their alma mater scores or anything? Let us know. What do you got, Teran? Anything?
I feel there was a under the radar matchup last night. I mean, I guess if there's one team maybe that's underrated, it's maybe Miracosta, because they run the ball well and they have a good run attack. And that Bay League's going to be interesting. It's them, Lusinger, Palos Verdes, which won state and CIF last year. Redondo Union is probably it's starting to find their bearings. Their quarterback is Cole Leinert, who is the son of Matt Leinert. So
Matt Leinert. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Bay League will be interesting this year just because it's crawling with lots of talent.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy to see, isn't it? So, all right, John. Well, then we'll go ahead and kind of shift gears on into college now. I get into the 3C2A. Wow. Well, first things first, we had one game last night, and Diablo Valley just completely destroyed Shasta 55-0. Wow. I mean, kind of funny. I had Josh Ritter on the show last week, and he said he played for Shasta tennis. He's always said Diablo Valley was a good school, and I was like, oh man, can you imagine if they won? He's like, no, they won't. And yeah, Teran, it's exactly what he said. 55-0. Rough go there for Diablo. I mean, for Shasta. Not a, of course, it wasn't like a big time ranked game or anything, but man, oh boy, that was a toughie. So anyway, there we have it with the start of the 3C2A. We're already moving in, man. Those Vikings are looking good right now in Diablo Valley. 5-0. They're a sneaky good football team, Darren. Diablo Valley is just sneaking their way on through and looking pretty sharp right now in the 3C2A. So let's go ahead and continue on and go off of what we got. So of course, as of right now, San Mateo leads the charge. Of course, they're the number one team in the country. They're 4-0. They look good. Butte, another NorCal team, 4-0. But Golden West at 4-0, Ventura at 4-0, Diablo Valley at 4-0. They're sneaking up. I'm telling you, man. Southwestern at 4-0, Monterey Peninsula at 4-0. Mount San Antonio, after they lost, will drop to number 8. Number 9, El Camino at 3-1, and Fullerton at 3-1. Teran, I can't even believe Riverside's on the top 10 anymore. That's what happens when you lose back-to-back games that you probably should have won. But it is what it is. Rebuild. But it's just crazy. Obviously, following them, we got Saddleback, Modesto, Riverside, Citrus, Cerritos, Sequoias, Fresno City, San Diego Mesa, Bakersfield, Foothill, Santa Rosa, Pasadena, Sacramento City, and then a tie for number 24 with San Francisco and Mount San Jacinto. They made it. They're both at 2-2. So as of right now, Teran, we have some solid stuff in the 3C2A. We have here today, obviously last night, like I said, we had Diablo Valley just wipe the floor with Shasta. Ouch. But there are some good ones coming up today that I would love your input on. Number 2, Butte at 4-0, taking on number 16, Sequoias at 3-1. This is a NorCal clash. Butte, they try hard to stay undefeated. Sequoias definitely want to make this one easy at home. Who are you taking?
I gotta go with Butte. I just think that they're just going to continue their dominance. I just don't see them slowing down for anything.
Yeah, they look
anyone
good
for that matter.
They're a good-looking football team. This is a good-looking football team with lots of hype around it. Should be pretty solid. Then we have, of course, a game that I'm not even looking forward to. I think we'll win it. But number 13, Riverside at 2-2, heading over to take on Palomar. Back-to-back, or really back at home after a brutal loss. Brutal loss, man, in overtime. Riverside, they look to get it right against Palomar. Please say they win this game. I think they win it, but I'm not looking forward to the game. I'm really not.
Yeah, they're gonna win this one. I don't see them losing to Palomar. If they lose this one, then we need to have a conversation.
Out of the top 25, there's no way. There's no way there's seriously no way you stay on the top 25. No freaking way. Number 10, Fullerton taking on Orange Coast.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, Teran. I had to put this one in here. Yeah, Fullerton's been rolling since the Saddleback win. Can Orange Coast slow these guys down?
OCC didn't even put up 1 point against who they play. Cerritos or Citrus?
Yeah. Yes,
they didn't put up 1 point regardless.
Oh no!
It was ugly.
So you're saying there's no chance?
Probably not. I mean, it's any given Saturday, but Fullerton, they're just dominant and they're just playing some darn good football. And in years past, OCC has had trouble taking down Fullerton. The last time OCC beat Fullerton, not forfeited win, was 2016 or 15 when OCC wound up winning a thriller, which didn't even need overtime. So there you have it.
Which is pretty crazy, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and fast forward. I know some of the games here, but Golden West and East LA, the Rustlers keep climbing. Golden West hosts East LA, looking for a 5th straight win. Do they get it today?
Yes.
Dang, that wasn't even a question.
They struggled a little against Bakersfield, but They got the ugly game out of the way. They're going to win against East LA.
I can see that. Yeah, the Huskies are strong, but they're not that strong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll get
Especially that's
that.
a tough away game for East LA.
Oh my gosh, yes. ELAC is, like I said, they've got some talent, but I don't know. So we also got a few games here. Monterey Peninsula at Redwoods. I'm almost positive Monterey Peninsula is going to win that thing. The Lobos are hot. They're looking good. They're sneaking up as well. So they're looking to stay perfect right now. Modesto and American River. I'm sure that Modesto is probably going to run away with that one. But Arc hasn't been very good. What do you think for those two games, Darren?
Yeah, Modesto is going to beat American River, and Monterey Peninsula is going to roll past Redwoods.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see some upsets in here. I just don't see it happening. So we have here number 21 Santa Rosa taking on Laney. I mean, Santa Rosa, they look to defend their home turf. They look good. Laney, there's some sneakiness there. I just don't see it though. Laney hasn't been good since they won their championship. Since Last Chance U was the last Chance U there. Number 24 San Francisco taking on Sierra, the battle of the Bay Area, the bubble teams, if you will. I don't know. San Francisco looks to stay hot. I'm pretty sure they'll probably win though. Number 1 San Mateo and number 17 Fresno City. That's another one. The champs hit the road. Number 1 travels to face Fresno City. This is a little bit, deeper down into the valley there, into the Central Valley. But huge game in Central Valley. But Teran, I mean, does this game have any upset written on it? Do you truly feel in your heart of hearts that, you know what, this game might be a little closer than everybody thinks? Or would you say, no, come back to earth? San Mateo is number 1 for a reason. What are you thinking?
Fresno City will keep it close, but San Mateo will pull away and win fairly convincingly.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent on that team. I like San Mateo a lot right now. They're good. They're a good football team, and Fresno City, these guys have been in the playoffs. They've been in and around. They've been a solid program, but it's kind of a lot to ask. You get number 1 coming down. Anything can happen. We always say, right? Any given Saturday, you always say it, but I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. Sam. Oh, this is a good one right here. Number 8 Mount San Antonio, Mount Sac. They're taking on Moore Park. So we talked about it last week. At least I did. In the Sunday show, but oh my gosh, San Antonio falling to Citrus was insane. That's Citrus's biggest win in history. It has to be. And They upset a very talented Mount Sac team. You don't just beat Mount Sac. That's a dominant program for years. And they look to bounce back at home versus Moore Park. But dude, I mean, does that shake them? Does that make them meaner, and do they come out and destroy Moore Park? Or Teran, is there just something here that, like RCC, has the mighty kind of fallen a little bit? What do you think?
Well, I think we need to talk about Citrus. They're a good team, and they have a new head coach, but it was definitely a culture-changing win right there. But that being said, I think Mount Sac will bounce back against Moore Park. Moore Park's a decent team, but honestly, I think Mount Sac will get their lick back from last week, and they'll win convincingly.
I agree with that. Number 14, Citrus. You talked about them right now. They're 3-1. They're serious. They're taking on Santa Ana today. Does Santa Ana stand a chance?
Nope. The Dons are going down. Citrus is going to continue their momentum and just keep on rolling.
Poor Dons. It's just one of those things right now. No offense to the Dons, but
no offense playing them. Ana, with all due respect to them.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got to play them my freshman year actually in the in the Santa Ana Bowl. So it was a fun game. It was a good game, and we won pretty convincingly. But it was a good game. Santa Ana, they always have some solid teams. They had some good talent on there. But yeah, this year I guess they're if they win this game, Teran. I mean, again, we're just doing the high school thing where you dominate one week, you win one good game, and then you lose the next one. So I don't know. Saddleback and Chaffee, that should be, I don't know. I don't see Chaffee as much as I don't even know if Cook Cheverini is still there at Chaffee, but I know last I heard he was there. But Saddleback, they're building right now and they're building strong. I'm pretty sure they're going to win this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I will take Saddleback to win this one. I think Kerry Crab is still going to continue his winning ways with the Bobcats.
Yeah, they look good. They really Saddleback
With all due
is
respect to
home run.
Chafee, though, I think Chafee is an under-the-radar team, but honestly, I think Saddleback is just going to roll.
No, I'm with it. I agree. I think they're right there, man. So number 6, and this is crazy to even say this. Number 6 Southwestern. Teran, I've never seen in all of my years. Oh, there's a flag in the end zone right there for USC. But yeah, Teran, I've in all my years, I've never seen a Southwestern team this high. Number freaking 6. They are traveling to take on number 18 San Diego Mesa. We always talk about how dangerous San Diego Mesa is. Even when we played them all those years ago, Teran, San Diego Mesa, they fought the hell out of us. I don't know what it is. I don't know that team is just the coaching staff, the culture. I don't know what it is, but these guys are always freaking ready to play anybody, and they'll lose, but they will not go away, and they'll win, and they will dominate if you let them. I mean, they're a good football team, man. They're ranked number 18 right now. Last year they were so close again. They had another so close yet so far, but now it's freaking Southwestern. We have a Chula Vista. We have an all San Diego battle basically here. This is a good one, Teran. I think this is probably my favorite. I don't know if my favorite, but this is a good one. So San Diego Mesa taking on Southwestern, man. How you like this one?
I think this one actually has upset written all over it, and here's why. San Diego Mesa definitely is a tough place to win at. They're so under the radar. They just have caught a few bad breaks here and there. I think for Southwestern, I feel this week is probably their letdown week, but it's going to be close. I think it'll be a tight-knit match, but in the end, I think San Diego Mesa inches out the win.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars, Teran. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. I like Mesa a lot, but I don't know, dudes. It definitely does have upset right all over. It does. It can. But dude, the Jaguars are just this team is here, and I'm so with it. They're 4-0. Like I said, I don't honestly know. Look, the history. I played in the 3C2A. I've gotten more into like the history of it and everything. I don't think I've ever seen Southwestern this high. Grossmont, if you remember, Teran. I mean, I know definitely when I played,
Oh,
Grossmont
yeah.
was like the cream of the crop. That school was. They were the highest up there. It would,
That
Grossmont.
team was
Well,
good.
really, oh, they were great. Mount San Antonio in that time was huge. Obviously, they were champs. You had Grossmont that was way up there. Obviously, we were a good RCC team. We were a top 10 team, even at top 5 at a few times in my couple years there. But Grossmont was always a team that you had to beat them to get to the to get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like if you Saddleback was also a good team back then too. So Fullerton as well, but yeah, man, it's just really cool to see Southwestern up there now. Like you see Mount San Jacinto, you're like, what? Who are these guys? What? So it's really cool. Mesa's good. I don't know. I'm just going to give it to the Jags, though. I'm going to see if they can do it. So let's see. By the way, we just had a touchdown here. USC finally got in the end zone. They realized that they're there to play football and not play patty cake. So good job, Trojans, at 7-7. And let's just see if this team is actually going to, grow a pair and stay there, or
Can the defense actually show up to the party?
I don't know, Teran. I haven't seen those guys all year, so I mean, well, we'll see. Maybe they're still on the way from California. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. I just, yeah, the team makes me sick. But anyway, we'll see. Regardless, though, Teran, that's pretty much it, though. 3C2
as soon as we say that, the graphic says that USC's defense has 16 sacks, which is tied for the most in the FBS with Oklahoma. So
they look like crap.
It's funny how that graphic shows, but sometimes USC's defense can leave a lot to be desired. But we'll see.
Yeah, they need to put parentheses next to that, Teran. 16 sacks, whatever, parentheses, still sucks. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what else do you say? It's not good. So, all right, Teran, let's go ahead and roll through some more junior college football here. And then we'll take ourselves a short break before we get to the the other stuff, D3, D2, and all that. NJCAA action. Teran, there wasn't a lot to boot. There just wasn't a lot here this year or this week. Let's see here. Actually, I know there was one more in the 3C2. I kind of just want to touch on really quick. Sorry. One more in the 3C2. The team that came back. Actually, I'm sorry. There was two more. I am so sorry, Teran. Number 19, Bakersfield. At number 18, Pasadena. This is actually a really good game. A really close matchup here of 2-2 teams. Number 19, Bakersfield hits the road. This is a really good game. I'm so sorry I missed this one and the one underneath it. But what do you think?
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, this one's actually a pretty good one. I mean, but not much is separating these teams. And Bakersfield, they battled Golden West to the best of their ability. Pasadena, they're still trying to earn the respect of everybody. I think Bakersfield, based on their defense, will rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I like Pasadena. It's true. I like, you know what? Give me Pasadena. I'll take the Lancers. This is a good school. This is a pick'em game, Teran. This is seriously a flipping of the coin. Gonna be a fun one. I look forward to it. But there's one team that I just want to single out really fast, man. The San Bernardino Valley Wolverines. We're playing these guys as well. When I was in, at RCC, and these guys, man, look, San Bernardino last year, they didn't even have a freaking season. They didn't have enough athletes. I was hoping the damn what do you call it? The program wasn't going to fold or anything. But you know what? They came back. Here they are. They're doing well. They're doing better than some might have thought. But here they are, man. This is a pretty good game. They're going to be at COD, College of the Desert. A night game under the desert lights, if you will. Should be a fun one, not ranked or anything like that, but it should be a good game. And again, COD, they've seen better days. San Bernardino Valley, these are better days based off of where they just kind of came from with not having a season last year. So what do you think? This should be a pretty solid game.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be an interesting game, and I think College of the Desert will pull out the win in a close one. Mm-hmm. But it's great to see San Bernardino Valley back in action after some tough times. And as the old saying goes, tough times are temporary, tough people and teams last forever.
It is true. So, yeah, that's the truth. So, all right, Teran, here's what we're going to do. Let's see us on a short break.
I actually do want to make one more note of Cerritos versus Canyons. And College of the Canyons might be the best 0-3 team ever. But that being said, I think Cerritos will win. But it'll probably be a one-score game. Just like all of College of the Canyons' losses.
No, true. There's some bangers here. I even missed another one because this is a good one here. Number 15 Cerritos and number 23 Canyons, a great game. Oh man, if I got to pick in that one, that's a hard one. Golly, the Falcons are so good. Well, they're not so good, but I think they're better. I feel bad for Canyons, man. The Cougars have played tremendous football. But
they've played a lot of really good teams. They've played no cupcakes, and they've lost each game by one score. So,
that's a pain. Oh, it hurts. That's a hard one, man. I really, my gosh, I would hope. I don't know. I'm gonna go Canyons. Screw it. Let's see if they can beat beat Cerritos, man. We'll see. That should be a good game. And then one more game that I forgot about. Number 9, El Camino. They're taking on number 21, Mount San Jacinto. They're gonna be right down the street from me, right here in Menifee. Dude, this is gonna be I don't know. It's a good game. This is a big SoCal clash. Number 9 goes on the road to face number 21. That's a pretty long drive with traffic. Teran, is this a trap game?
I think it is. I think El Camino will pull off the win, but Mount San Jacinto is going to give El Camino everything it can handle. I think this one will also be a one-score game. I think El Camino will just inch out the window.
Oh man, it's been good. Man, I love me some junior college football, man. Especially it was an honor to play in that league there in the 3C2A. So, Teran, let's take a short break, dude. When we come back, we'll jump into some NJCAA, finish out the show here. But good stuff so far. We're watching SC look like a bunch of busters versus Illinois, and we're talking some football. I like it. So, all right, here we go, y'all. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we're jumping into some NJCAA football and plenty more with Teran Rodriguez and me, your boy Larry B. You are watching 3 and Out right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm. single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Welcome back to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. All right, Teran. Well, we are jumping all around here. We just finished up with some high school 3C2A. We started out with the FBS today. We're going to go into some more FBS in a little bit. But NJCAA action. All right, Teran. Well, we had some games played last night, and, well, they were as follows. I mean, man, wow. The Mississippi teams love playing on Thursdays. Copia Lincoln knocking off Southwest Mississippi. That was pretty big. 38-7. We had Mississippi Gulf Coast defeating Pearl River 42-28 on the road. Itawamba knocking off Mississippi Delta 34-2 on the road. Hines defeating East Central 48-2. And Northwest Mississippi defeated Northeast Mississippi 34-27. Pretty solid games there for a few reasons. Because, well, I mean, number 11, Copia Lincoln, they get the victory. We have number 4, Mississippi Gulf Coast. They get the victory. Number 14, Hines is just climbing, man. They found their way into the top 15. They're rolling. And number 7, Northwest Mississippi. They survived Northeast, but it was a scary one. Overall, Teran, there was some very solid NJCAA football there on Thursday.
Yeah, really good, especially since Thursday is pretty much a school night, even though I don't really see a lot of kids having classes on Friday. But a lot of good matchups indeed, and a lot of good rivalry games too.
Oh, I agree, man. How about that other one? I mean, the Northeast Mississippi versus Northwest. Well, obviously, a rivalry game has to be, but how about that, man? I mean, Northwest survives. Goes to show you, man. I mean, again, you got to come to play every game, and that was a banger. I like that game.
Any given week, yeah.
Any given week, and that's just what it is, man. So very good. I don't know. I just felt like that was a fun one there. Let's see any other ones that we had. Nope, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, that was a big one. I'm telling you, Hines has come out of nowhere, dude. Like, I love some Hines football. These guys weren't even ranked. Now here they are. They're jumping on in here. The current rankings right now are as follows. You got Hutchinson at 3-0, Iowa Western, Tyler Junior College, Mississippi Gulf Coast, and Navarro College, Navarro, however they say it, 6-11 or 6-10, Georgia Military, Northwest Mississippi, Garden City, Butler out of Kansas, and Iowa Central. They're climbing, and then Copia Lincoln, Trinity, Snow has found their way back in. Hines makes their way into the top 15, and then Lackawanna, they drop, but they managed to stay in. So based off of what you've seen, how about some of these teams? Any fun facts for these teams you see there, Teran?
I do not. I do not actually. I actually don't have any Snapple fun facts for this week, but don't worry, I'll have some Snapple fun facts in the near future.
Awesome, man. Yeah, there are some good ones. So again, I really like, I don't know. I love the fact that you got Etowamba, just making moves, doing their thing. It's another strong victory there in the MACCC, that conference. But overall, right now, I mean, we got plenty more to get into today, though. A couple big games coming on up here. But I think the biggest one, well, there's two. There's two that I really like a lot right now moving forward into this week. The first big game has got to be number 15 Lackawanna and number 13 Snow. The loser risks falling out of the top 15 for sure. Lackawanna has built themselves in. Snow has made a statement to stay. Someone's got to go, though, Teran. So I don't know. I do believe that the loser of this thing is gone.
I agree. I definitely think the losing team is out of being ranked, and the winning team still deserves to be ranked for many reasons. Of they will have probably earned a hard-fought win, and it'll probably be a grinded-out game.
Oh, it has to be. Yeah, I completely agree with that one. So that's the first big one that I'm looking at right now that I think is like, okay, this is gonna be a true banger. So again, that game right there, if you're just tuning in, man, that should be a freakishly good game. Number 15 Lackawanna traveling to take on Snow College. I don't know, Teran. I like Lackawanna a lot, but I think the Badgers of Snow right now are playing a little bit better. I don't know, Teran. As much as I like Lackawanna, I'm gonna go Snow.
Man, yeah, I think travel's going to be a little too much for Lackawanna, but I think it's a 50-50 game. I just think that Snow will have the edge being at home, and I think Snow will definitely prove itself against Lackawanna.
I could see that. And again, it's true that travel does hurt. I mean, that's Pennsylvania all the way to freaking Utah.
Bingo.
It's pretty far here. So we got a big Jayhawk battle here. Very fun game here. Looking good for this one. Number 2, Iowa Western, and number 10, Iowa Central.
Oh boy.
That's a good one. Iowa Western, they got clunked. They still haven't knocked off Hutchinson, even though they were basically the team to knock off Hutchinson years ago. Not anymore. Iowa Central is climbing. Iowa Western isn't falling. Are they holding their footing? Is today the day that Iowa Western gets this thing done? This is a good one, man. Iowa Western hosts Iowa Central, and this is a top 10 clash. This is a total national playoff vibe. This is a tough one. Will Iowa Western prevail? Will the Reavers get this thing done? Or do you think Iowa Central rolls in there and says, you know what? Enough. We are the new power in Iowa. That's a very good that's a good build-up, I think, honestly. What do you think?
Yeah, give me Iowa Western. This one's an easy one to pretty much predict for the most part. It's going to be a great one, but I think Iowa Western has my heart in my eyes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would like to see Iowa Central win this thing. It would be so cool. But the Reavers are too good. The Reavers are too good of a football team. I think that there's a lot there with this team. There's a lot to roll on. But anyway, really quick, I just wanted to put it out there though, man. The climbers for me is Hines. These guys have really, really come into their own. I think they have their new head coach over there. They're playing good. They've already crept into number 14. I don't see this team going backwards at all. They're such a good football team. By the way, Iowa just scored again. Oh, sorry. Illinois just scored again. And
off of a trick play, which was unacceptable.
Oh my god!
They're making the Illinois look like the not the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions with Ben Johnson.
You can say Chicago Bears because the Bears playing the Raiders this week, so the Bears will look really good. Next week, I don't know who they play, but this week for sure the Bears are going to look really good. Because if you play the Raiders, you look really good. Just saying. So anyway, so those are some games there. NJCAA action, like I said, man, you're looking at some players here who are all up and coming. Moving on to Division III now. Let's go ahead and get on over there. Let me get my graphic game moving on. NCAA D3 in the house. All righty. Well, at the current moment, we have North Central, of course, leading the charge, then Mount Union, Johns Hopkins, St. John's, Wisconsin Lacrosse, Salisbury, Wartburg, Wisconsin Platteville, Hardin Simmons, and Wisconsin Whitewater. Then after that, we have here Wisconsin River Falls, Bethel, Susquehanna, DePauw, Hope, Mary Hardin Baylor, Wheaton, Illinois, Grove City, Wisconsin Oshkosh, and Carnegie Mellon. And then 21 through 25, John Carroll, Trinity, Texas, Central out of Iowa, Cortland, SUNY Cortland, and Barry. So the biggest risers for sure, man. Wisconsin Lacrosse coming up there, Wartburg, Platteville, they're all getting very, very tough. All right, they're moving. Mary Hardin Baylor, though, they're now at 16 after the Whitewater loss. That was a tough one. Susquehanna slides to 13 after losing to Hopkins. So, I mean, I'm just, some deals there. Today, we do have some solid ones, but, I mean, Cortland takes on Morrisville State. This is okay, cool. But when it comes to, let's see here, I already made my picks here, but for time's sake, we'll skip some of these. But I'll tell you, we have some ranked on ranked today. Let's go ahead and jump into those. If I can find them on my document here. And actually, we do not. I am so sorry. This was the one I was saying is kind of a snooze fest this week. I love D3, but yeah, this week there is actually no ranked on ranked. Just a chance for upsets, really. You have ranked teams versus some solid games, kind of like Hope versus Alma. That should be good. Hope has been hot. Alma can be scrappy. This is going to be a really close one. I picked Hope on an upset because I thought that'd be pretty good. What do you think for that one, Teran?
Man, there's gotta be some one team that actually is that could be potentially at risk for an upset. There's just gotta be.
Well, what do you think? Hope versus Alma?
I think Hope is gonna probably win. If it was Alma at home and Hope on the road, I'd pick Alma. But I just think Hope is going to win. But there has to be one. Maybe Mars Hill can beat Mary Hardin Baylor.
Well, that's an interesting one because Mary Hardin Baylor is taking on a D2 opponent this week. Mars Hill is a Division II team. So they defeated Wisconsin Whitewater. I'm sorry. They lost to Wisconsin Whitewater. And now here they are, Teran. They're taking on a Division II team. So is this, I mean, you can't really say this is like a bounce back kind of game because, well, they just lost a very tough game and now they're taking on a team who's maybe even tougher. But then again, some of these D3 teams are really good. So, but yeah, I don't know. Do you see Mary Hardin Baylor losing twice here? Or do you think that they can actually knock off this Division II team?
I think they actually have a chance. I think Mary Hardin Baylor actually can pull this one off. Again, it'll be tough because they're on the road, but I definitely give them a chance.
Oh yeah, I can see that happening. That's a fun game. I like that a lot. Mary Hardin Baylor again. This is a team that's been in and around the Stag Bowl for years, in the most recent years. But man, Mars Hill, that's fun, man. I like this game. This is a lot of fun. I'm gonna screw it, Teran. I'm gonna say Mary Hardin Baylor after they're tested by Whitewater like that. I think they'll go and knock off a D2 team.
Let's see it. I want to see it happen. That could feed a lot of D3 families.
Oh, right. That is going to be fun. I like that one a lot. There are some ranked on ranked games. Obviously, like number 2, Mount Union, probably going to destroy Baldwin Wallace, I'm sure.
Yep.
It's not even a question. It's kind of sad. Carroll and Wheaton. I mean, obviously, Wheaton's the choice there. I don't know. Washington U will be hosting number 1 North Central. As much as I like Washington U out of St. Louis, I don't see this happening at all. I'm almost positive that North Central is going to probably dominate in this one. St. John's and Augsburg, I see St. John's running away. I mean, again, Teran, we don't have a lot here, like it's not like a big kind of deal, but yeah, Mary Hardin Baylor and Mars Hill should be fun. Alma and Hope should be a lot of fun. And obviously, Washington and Jefferson and number 18 Grove City. That's a rivalry game. That should be a good one, actually. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Washington and Jefferson will play upsetters?
Nah. I don't see it happening.
Teran says no. Not happening today. So, all right. Okay, well, there you go. Let's see.
Especially
I
not
don't
on the
know.
road.
What's that?
I said especially since they're on the road.
Oh, I know. Seriously, yeah. It might be different
It's
if they're at home. Kind
possible,
of like
but not. I don't see it happening.
no, it's true. Like you said right now about Alma and Hope. I feel the same exact way. So it should be fun. But yeah, I don't see that happening either. I'm gonna go Grove City at home. But man, how fun would that be? But other than that, Taryn, we don't really have a lot. There's nothing, nothing too crazy here in Division 3 this week. Just a lot of games, that are just kind of they're just league games. But we'll find that we had, like I said, the biggest drop. So Johns Hopkins at number 3. Yeah, they're doing their thing. North Central at number 1. They're holding it down. I talked already about the couple Wisconsin schools and Wartburg kind of just doing their thing there. So not a lot to go unless you have anything else, Darren. We'll move on to D2.
Yes.
All righty. So moving on to Division 2, dude. Ferris State is looking strong out top, 4-0. Then we have Harding cuts down West Florida, Western Colorado, Angelo State, UT Permian Basin, Central Oklahoma, Slippery Rock, Pittsburgh State, who's just been there at number 10. Minnesota Duluth, who has been climbing. They have been a sleeper team. Man, these guys do not sleep on Duluth at 4-0. Colorado State, Pueblo, CSU Pueblo, Augustana, Minnesota State, Grand Valley State, California of Pennsylvania, West Alabama, Central Washington, Indianapolis, who's been rising as well, and Wingate, and then 21 through 25 of Virginia Union, Fort Hays, Virginia State, Findlay, and Ashland. And yeah, man, this is some fun stuff as well here. I like let's take a look here moving forward. Sorry. Looking here, I mean, we got some things. Number 1, Ferris State. They're dominating. They're looking good. Harding cuts down in West Florida, and Western Colorado are all undefeated, and they solidify their top 5 spots, which looks good. As I said earlier, Minnesota Duluth and Augustana at number 13. These are big climbers. They're both 4-0. Pittsburgh State, man, they claw their way back into the top 10. They beat Fort Hays. How long will they stay up there? Wingate, Virginia State, Findlay, they all debut in the poll after some impressive starts. Michigan Tech, John C. Smith. We talked about John C. Smith and Delta State. They drop out after losses happened, and there you go. But big matchups this week. I mean, again, nothing too big that I can say, oh, well, this should be a big-time must-watch game. To me, the big one that I picked out was number 16, California, Pennsylvania, taking on number 9, Slippery Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty fun. We have number 22, Fort Hays. Will they hold their own versus Missouri Western? That's really it. But yeah, Taryn, I don't know. I don't really see a lot here. I mean, I don't know. Oshita Baptist will be taking on number 2, Harding. That could actually be a pretty fun game. But other than that, Taryn, I don't know. I don't really see too much here in Division 2. What are you thinking? Any games like to pick out?
I think you picked out the best one with California taking on Slippery Rock. That's going to be the best one of the week, and that's going to be a exciting matchup.
Oh yeah, I'm with it, man. So,
oh my goodness,
what happened? Are you the SC game?
Yeah. What did I just watch?
Yeah, I know. SC. By the way, USC
they actually ran a good trick play.
They get into the end zone. There is a penalty, though, however, on USC.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, dude.
And it looks like, yes, there is a penalty, and the touchdown is wiped off the board. Yay, SC. Yeah, I know. Just wonderful. Wonderful stuff here. The Trojans just love shooting themselves in the foot. Very fun little, looks like a drag route here. Actually, it was not a drag route. I thought there was a drag route coming across the field. But yeah, there it is. Wide open pass. Apparently, there was a lineman that was too far upfield. And there you have it. Touchdown is wiped off the board. Yay! Good job. How about that one, Darren?
Yeah, they got my hopes up just for nothing.
Yeah, it's what do you do? I mean, yeah, I don't know, Teran. SC, man. There's just this just isn't. It's SC. It's SC. I know. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Horrible stuff at the same time as fun stuff, I guess. But what do you do? Anyway, yeah, I do feel that that game though, number 16, California, Pennsylvania on Slippery Rock is the game. I mean, Pittsburgh State and Emporia, it's a rivalry. It's at least somewhat of a rivalry. I don't know, but really, that's the game. The game. If you want a game in Division 2, that's the game. So who are you taking? Are you gonna take Slippery Rock, or do you think California will get this one done?
Slippery Rock, but in a very close one. I think this one is going to boil down to the wire. I think this one will be just like Hutchinson and Iowa Western. So I think that's kind of what I describe it as. Two ranked teams that are both undefeated. Something's got to give here, but I think Slippery Rock pulls it out and defends its home field.
I can see that. I can totally see that. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how things are, but yeah, it should be a good game there in Division 2. Regardless, though, SC just can just rolling down the field. Hopefully that turns into points. But all right, Division 2 all wrapped up now. NAIA football coming your way, and well, Teran, here in the NAIA, a little different. Grandview, Iowa is just looking good. They're the third. This is the third straight unanimous number 1 week for these guys, man. They're just looking good. They're number 1. We have Kaiser at number 2. We have Benedictine, Kansas, Morningside, Indiana, Westland, Montana Tech, Friends out of Kansas, Lindsey Wilson out of Kentucky, Montana Western, St. Thomas, Florida. We have Southeast Florida, Georgetown, Kentucky, Campbellsville, Kentucky, Northwestern Iowa, Dort out of Iowa, OUAZ out of Arizona, Southwestern Kansas, Carroll, Montana, Marion, Indiana, and then from 21 all the way to 25, Dickinson State out of North Dakota, Concordia, Nebraska, Texas Wesleyan, Mid-America, Nazarene, Kansas, William Penn, Iowa, and then College of Idaho. Hey, they just get in. Look at that. So there you have it. Overall, some solid stuff here. Number 5, Indiana Wesleyan and Marion, man. These guys, this is going to be a really good game because Marion is trying to find those glory days, man. Marion, I think they won a couple titles actually back in the 2000 teens. And at least one, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But these guys are, they're a solid football program, and it's kind of hasn't really been seen this year. Kind of a bummer. So we'll see, but I don't know. I like what I see right now. From there, we have number 6 Montana Tech and number 25 College of Idaho, which should be some good stuff. How about some other ones, Teran? I know you see some other ones there. Which ones do you like?
That College of Idaho versus a Montana Tech matchup, man, I would really like to see College of Idaho win this one, but Montana Tech is just on a tear, and until someone slows down Montana Tech, I just think that they're probably going to pull this one off. So, Dickinson State, Montana Western is also going to be another big battle right there. That's going to be fun, and Northwestern and Dort. That's basically gonna separate those two and pretty much see what those two teams are really all about.
It's a GPAC rivalry game. And don't forget, last year, Dort was like our front runner last year. Dort was a team we were so disappointed when they finally lost. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were running last year. Man, these guys were running. But going back to the Montana Western game, man, they've had a Frontier, man, the Frontier League, awesome stuff. I really, really like Montana right now, Montana Western. Dickinson State is solid, but I don't know, dude. I got to go Montana Western in that game. And then going back to Dort and Northwestern Iowa, again, GPAC battle. I really think that Northwestern has a solid football team here, and they'll probably win it. But, dude, I'm going to go Dort. They did it last year. Dort was playing really good last year. Maybe they can find that spark that they had.
Yeah, I'm going to take Dort as well. I think Dort will inch this one out against Northwestern. I feel Dordt is playing its best ball as of late, and I think they upend Northwestern.
Yeah, it is as crazy as that sounds. I mean, it seems very doable. Also, number 7 Friends and number 22 Evangel out of Missouri. This is these two states are border. They border each other. It's a nice little Midwestern battle. This is a KCAC, KCAC. KCAC cross divisional ranked tilt here. This is a good one here. Friends is looking good. Evangel though has been solid over the years, man. Oh, it's another tough one. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go safe pick Friends. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll take Friends as well.
Well, they're definitely gonna bring their friends to this game. Poor Teran. Poor Teran. So yeah, Rocky Mountain also taking on number 18 Carroll. I'm in a Montana battle there. I don't know. This is a hard one because Rocky Mountain has that upset deal. I don't know what it is. I feel like Rocky Mountain can totally win this thing. I'm gonna pick Rocky Mountain. I don't care. I think they'll upset number 18 Carroll.
I mean, I picked Rocky Mountain a couple weeks ago, and they wound up screwing the pooch. I think Carroll will edge this one out.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I know. That's a tough one. And we actually have some really fun ranked games, Darren. Or sorry, not ranked. Out of conference or out of the entire division, cross division games, if you will. Faulkner at Union Commonwealth. Pikeville, Kentucky taking on Maryville, Tennessee. That's a D3 team right there. So Pikeville, Kentucky taking on Maryville, Tennessee, Division 3. What do you think about that one?
That one is a very intriguing matchup.
I'm going to go D3. I think
Let's
Maryville.
See the upset, Maryville.
Let's see it. Pikeville's a good team, but dude, they're what more could you ever want than to have a team that's bigger than you, told that they're better than you, but they're coming to your house and then you upset them? What better feeling is that there? You know what I mean? Right? Like I don't know. That's a fun game for me. I like that one. So let's see how that one goes. What's another one, Taryn? We got Virginia of Lynchburg and Bluefield. Ooh, that's a weird game. Not affiliate game there. I think that's NAIA and D2. Let's see. What's another one? Eastern Oregon. What's that?
I was gonna say Texas Wiseland at Nelson.
Yeah, that's Nelson. I think is also a Division 2 team, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't know. And yeah, some of these are just kind of odd. I think the other one is Eastern Oregon and Montana State Northern. That's Eastern Oregon is an NAIA team, and I think that's another D2. So I don't know. There's some weird ones there, but for sure the confirmed one, Pikeville and Maryville, man, that's a NAIA and D3. And sometimes they try to treat these teams like cupcakes. So it's kind of cool when they can stand their own, So we'll see. But NAIA backups there, looking good, looking fun. And let's see. So, all right, John, let's go ahead and move on here. Looking back at the SC game, they're just looking pathetic. So we're going to just not talk about them right now. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing from SC right now. It looks like they're just kind of on vacation. So is what it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at the FCS. Let's go ahead and break into the FCS real quick and talk about some of this stuff coming on up here. So FCS currently, North Dakota State leading the charge 3-0. Guess who? South Dakota State right behind them, 3-0. I mean, it's like, do they ever go away? No. Do they ever go FBS? No. Should they? Yes. Tarleton State, though, really getting it done, 5-0, looking good. Montana, Illinois State. Then we have Montana State, Rhode Island, UC Davis, Lehigh, Idaho, and then 11 on. We have Tennessee Tech, Southern Illinois, Abilene Christian, Monmouth, North Dakota, North Arizona, the Jacks, NAU, Jackson State, South Dakota, Youngstown State, and then West Georgia. Then Sacramento State, 21-25, Sacramento State, Villanova, Mercer, Incarnate Word, and Austin Peay. So you look at these teams here. It's crazy to see Austin Peay in there. That's awesome. They deserve it. Top 3 are locked in, man. Those 3 are strong. Again, NDSU, SDSU, they need to be in the freaking FBS already. So to me, the true number one is Tarleton State because, they actually look like they belong there versus two teams that are long overdue to move up finally. Montana and Montana State, both still on top. Both still in the top 6, that is. Montana State's 2 losses are holding them back for sure. Montana, though, 3-0. Undefeated risers, we have Rhode Island, Lehigh, Tennessee Tech, West Georgia. They're all making noise. West Georgia, of course, making the leap from Division II. I think last year or the year before that. And then surprise tie, North Dakota and Northern Arizona share the 15th slot. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Incarnate Word is falling but alive. And hopefully they'll be, they'll move up a little bit. Maybe they'll, or they'll fall out completely. And then a newcomer, man, like I said, West Georgia. These guys are new to the FCS, as I just mentioned, and they're still undefeated right now. So that's pretty solid. So anything to comment about those teams, Darren?
No, I mean, I'll just say Incarnate Word, them being 1-3, they're probably one of the best 1-3 teams out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone will probably say, 1-3, they shouldn't be ranked. They've probably played some good opponents, and they probably battled them to the bitter end. So don't worry, Incarnate Word fans, that you all will be okay. Just gotta win the games that matter most.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's I don't know. Incarnate Word, man, they have a humble story. Teran, they came from, I think, if I'm not mistaken, from being a junior college, because they went all the way up from, I don't know if they were ever NAIA, but they actually went up from they went D3, D2. They went all the way up, man.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the same thing for UCF as well.
Yeah, see, I mean, so
I think
it's
they went
cool
from
when you see that.
D3 to D2 to FCS to FBS.
I love it. I love those stories, man. That's why I cheer so hard for those teams that were, at one point way lower. So anyway, some FCS battles today, man. What do you got for us? I see some ranked on ranked showdowns. What are your favorite matchups?
My favorite matchups, maybe Idaho and Montana, but how about Sacramento State, Cal Poly? Sacramento State's kind of, I would say they're on the struggle bus. They've played some good opponents. I mean, their losses are 2 quality losses, if we can call it that. But Cal Poly has kind of not proven themselves this season.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I don't know what it is, man. The Broncos can never seem to. They could never seem to
the
be
Mustangs.
Yeah, man. These guys, the Mustangs, Broncos are Cal Poly Pomona. My apologies. But yeah, these guys just don't. I don't know, man. They're there, but they're a team they're always like solid, but never good enough. Like you don't fear them in the FCS, but they're in the FCS, right? I mean, does that make sense? Like, you don't mistake them for a D2 or D3 team. They're where they should be, but they're just not good enough to be considered one of the top teams of the FCS.
Yeah, I totally agree. And they always have great battles with San Diego, but honestly, that just kind of seems like that's it.
Yeah, no, true. So today, so good game there. I see, the Idaho, number 10 Idaho and number 4 Montana. Oh, that's a big one. I mean, huge Big Sky clash right there. Idaho is 2-2, but battle tested, while Montana is still undefeated. A Grizzly win keeps them in the playoffs seeding mix, and a Vandals upset would shake up the top 10. I mean, hey, they're doing better than they were when they were in the FBS. So go Vandals. Yes. The number 6 of Montana State Bobcats taking on Eastern Washington. Montana State has 2 early losses, but rebounded. And the red turf of Eastern Washington is a dangerous spoiler. This is a pretty classic Big Sky game that often produces fireworks, but we'll see. You just talked about Sacramento State and Cal Poly. I mean, Sacramento State is trying to stay in the top 25, but Cal Poly has been improving. Again, a team that's never really great, but they're not bad either. So a slip here could knock the Hornets out of the rankings. But Cal Poly, is it fair to say if Cal Poly wins this game, they deserve to be ranked? Or are they too far back in your opinion?
I feel they're kind of too far back. I mean, I know they played Utah, but Utah did just lose to Texas Tech, so I think Cal Poly. I don't think that would be enough to put them in the top 25. Maybe to receive votes, but not quite enough to put them in the top 25.
Yeah, I would like to see that, but it's just not there. And then number 8, UC Davis and Weber State. That's a fun one, man. UC Davis is climbing. Weber State is obviously a scrappy team. Big Sky playoff positioning is on the line. Do you feel this could be a game with some fireworks in it, or do you think UC Davis will probably just run away?
I think UC Davis is probably going to run away with it.
Oh. Dang. Didn't even give Weber a chance.
Yeah, I just think it's a little bit of a tough travel for Weber State. I mean, maybe they can keep it close, but I just think Davis is gonna should take this one pretty convincingly.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. So, a couple upsets that I put together, man. William and Mary versus number 22 Villanova. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Wait, was that game already played? Was that a Friday game?
What's up?
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know if I'm slipping up on that one or not. But William and Mary and Villanova. Did they play already?
I don't.
Was that a yesterday game? I have to go look. But yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling they did. I don't know. But I know for sure, yeah, Villanova.
No, they played today.
They played today. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, man, did they play that game already? But maybe not. Okay. But yeah, Howard and Richmond could be a fun game to watch as well today. Northern Arizona and Portland State, West Georgia and Georgia, Southern Utah. That's fun because West Georgia, again, they're new to the FCS. So, this is fun. This is fun. We'll see. So anyway, Teran, there you go. Some good games to take a look out there. I guess some storylines could, can Idaho be an upsetter? Can they shake up the top 10? Is Tennessee Tech for real at 3-0? That's another one. Will they get their first loss today to TSU? Will they win it? Abilene Christian, Incarnate Word. It's the survival rankings right there. Survival. Will Villanova hang on? Will William and Mary play upsetter? West Georgia, Cinderella. Are they a Cinderella story or a pretender? Jackson State and Southern, classic rivalry there, a top 25 weight. There's some good stuff moving forward into this, Teran. So, I mean, I don't know. Any questions, any answers for those FCS questions there?
I want to see what Jackson State and Southern have in store for us. I think that could be a good one. I think Idaho can keep it close against Montana, but I think Montana pulls away. And Tennessee Tech, that's an interesting one. Yeah, they'll win that one. So
should. So there you have it, Teran. So alrighty. Well, there's just SC not defending well. Great stuff. Alrighty.
He's out of bounds.
Yeah, he's out of bounds.
Please tell me that's out of bounds.
Oh my gosh. No, I think you got a foot down. Alrighty. Well, good job, SC.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Just SC doing classic SC things. So, all right, guys, we'll take ourselves one more quick break. When we come back, man, we're going to jump into the FBS. We already kind of touched on it. We're going to just get a little bit more into it. Today's big battles, and that will be that. So, you are watching 3 and Out right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back with the FBS after this.
For the last 10 years, iSports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at iSports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iSportsRadio.com. At iSportsRadio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at iSports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making iSports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
everybody. This is Teran Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunderous Spikes? Then I have the show for you. Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Well, there is the show you got to check out, man. My boy, Mr. Teran Rodriguez, Monday mornings doing his thing, man. Or Monday evening, doing his thing there. Talking all things volleyball. Some great stuff going on in the volleyball world right now, man. NCAA volleyball is just heating up. These women are getting down. Biggest tournament of the year when it comes to late November, early December. So looking forward to that moving up. So check him out, man. Of course, lots of great things going on here at IE Sports Radio. So So anyway, USC continues to look sluggish, which I'm not at all even surprised at the moment. But I will say we do have some more FBS to get into that's less depressing. So let's do it, Teran. Of course, we already talked about these games earlier. Oregon and Penn State. This is the game of the week. We both picked Oregon. Should be a fun one. Alabama and Georgia. We talked about this game already being probably way too hyped up because Georgia will probably run away with this one. We both agree that LSU is, they're good and they're better than Ole Miss. It'd be fun to see LSU win it. But USC is looking like crap versus Illinois. And you can see it all over Teran's face over there. That's pretty much it. That's how it feels. I understand. So there you have it. So, all right, Teran. Well, with that said, man, this week we still have some other battles that should be okay. At least I think. Florida State at Virginia. Can the Seminoles avoid a Friday night trap in Charlottetown? What do you think? Nope. It's that easy. Nope. Sorry. Nope. I agree with that one. I just wanted to throw that one out there. So, current top 25, man. Ohio State, they're holding strong at number 1 at 3-0. Miami, all right, they're number 2. But, Teran, is the U back?
No, they're way too high. Way too high, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, call us when you win a national championship. I don't know. Undefeated defense looks legit, but Penn State, they're there. LSU, Georgia, okay. Then you have Oregon, Oklahoma, Florida State, Texas A&M, and Texas. 11 back, we have Indiana, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Iowa State, Tennessee, Georgia Tech, Alabama, Vanderbilt, Michigan, and Mizzou. And then from 21 on, USC, Notre Dame, which is insane, Illinois, which is beating SC right now because SC looks like crap, and TCU and BYU. Anything in the top 25 that you found to be unjust or just right?
Well, BYU's cracked the poll, which is good for them.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh,
sorry about
there's that. Teran. Teran is back.
BYU cracked the poll, and TCU has made their debut, which is nice. Vanderbilt's probably, as you probably say, biggest surprise, and they were actually being talked about on the big noon kickoff and Dave Portnoy even mentioned this, like a team of their Excalibur are basically in the top 25. I know the South Carolina one was a little fluky just because South Carolina had its quarterback knocked out. But honestly, I think Vanderbilt is one of the more deserving teams in the top 25. But let's see how they stack up against some of the bigger competition in the SEC.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one, man. So today, we got some other fun ones, as we already mentioned again. Uh-oh, Teran, what happened? Okay, Teran's back. We're good. We got him. But yeah, and as I talking about the game, I was all like, "Oh, you mean that touchdown that Illinois just scored?" Yeah. So SC looking every bit of terrible. Illinois just looking like up, and apparently that okay. Wow, I don't know if that was a strip or not, but regardless, not looking very good. That's probably not going to go in SC's favor, and there you have it. Fun. Anyway, let's get back to
I think you
these
might
other
be
games.
muted, Larry. I'm not sure.
Uh-oh. Am I muted? Am I muted? Oh no, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Okay, no, I'm good. I can hear me.
Hold on.
Are you muted? Okay. All right. Well, Teran's going to come back real fast. But again, guys, some FBS good stuff here. I feel that there you are, Teran. We good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I don't know. I personally feel that I'm just frustrated with SC right now. I feel bad, everybody. I feel sorry. But I'm sorry. I guess SC is just underperforming, and it's very frustrating to see it. What do you do, though? I'm not going to be the complaining SC fan on air. But Indiana, Iowa looks to be a solid game today. Hoosiers test their top 25 rise in Kinnick Stadium. We already talked about number 8, Florida State taking on Virginia. Can the Seminoles avoid a Friday night trapping? Oh, well, that was last night, right? That was last night's game. That was already played.
Yeah. Florida State lost.
Florida State lost, which goes to show you that they just look like crap. I'm sorry. They were fool's gold. I mean, is there a surprise there, Teran? Do you feel that this was coming this at some point in the season? I did.
Yeah. Just when we all thought Florida State was back, they lose to Virginia. I get it. There were some calls, but it's like it should have never gotten to that point. If Florida State was the team that they were supposed to be, and that they were the improved and team that we all thought that they were back, I think they should have won that one pretty convincingly.
Yeah, Florida State's got some issues, man. This team is clearly not who they started out to be. I don't know, man. I guess we're just kind of all waiting for the shoe to drop, and it did. So I don't know. But other than that, I mean, some more teams this week, I guess. I mean, Missouri is going to probably smack UMass around. They look great. The Tigers, man, have played really well this year. So big ups to those guys. Texas A&M and Auburn. Does that look like a fun game to you, or does that seem kind of like I don't really want to watch it?
I mean, Auburn played Oklahoma tough. I want to see what they can do against Texas A&M, though. I think Texas A&M is. I don't want to say this to be rude and disrespectful, but I think A&M will take them to the shed.
Yeah, I'm almost positive too. I like these teams both. I think they're both good in their respects, but I just don't see this being a good game. I just don't. BYU and Colorado could be another one. Coach Prime's
That's
Buffs.
a rematch of last year's bowl game between the two because they didn't play in Big 12 play. So I'm interested to see what that has in store because that's kind of like a little bit of a, I wouldn't say Rocky Mountain matchup, but it's a nice little Mountain West time.
No, it is,
matchup.
And that's a fun game. That is a fun game. Vanderbilt. Let's talk about Vandy. Vandy's been moving, and this is not baseball, so that's already something. The Vandy boys are playing, man. They're undefeated. They're ranked. The Commodores are doing it, man. But how do they handle life as the hunted? They've never been really that good in football. And here they are now being a good football team. I mean, they've had their sparks here and there, but they actually look like a legit team right now. How far does that take them, Teran? I mean, their schedule, I mean, they're in the SEC, obviously, but how far does that really take them, though? Do you see this team actually being a big surprise this year? Or do you feel that, they're going to be one of those fun sparks that we liked, that we enjoyed, but then they burn out at some point?
I think they're going to be one of the fun sparks that we're seeing this year. My only thing is when they face some of the bigger and better teams, will they turn into a pumpkin or will they actually show up to the party and look good? That's my biggest thing. Because again, the South Carolina win, I think was, I wouldn't say fluky, but what would have happened if their starting quarterback didn't get knocked out? I mean, Utah State is actually a quality opponent, and I think that's going to kind of test them. Even though Vanderbilt's going to be at home, Next week's going to really test them. The following week against LSU is going to test them. So they're now going to start to get into the meat and potatoes of their SEC schedule.
Yeah, right. And that says a lot, you know. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, we have some games here. I mean, when you look at some of these games, obviously, I'm gonna just have some fun going down the list because why not? It's always fun doing that sometimes, like how we used to. Teran just gotta talk about the. I'm not gonna go over every single game, but obviously there are some D1 single A games that are, you know, I mean, right now Wake Forest is upsetting number 16 Georgia Tech. I didn't see that coming.
Wow.
Yeah. Wake Forest leads 17-3 at the half. I did not see that coming. Notre Dame is leading Arkansas, but this has to be. If they lost Arkansas, Notre Dame needs to just cancel the season. There's no way.
Exactly. They are not losing to the pigs in a blanket.
No, and if they do, they are the pigs in the blanket. All right. Rutgers and Minnesota is a sneaky good Big Ten game. They're both only one-loss teams. Rutgers and Minnesota. This is a good game, 21-14 at the half. I mean, Duke and Syracuse, an ACC battle here. Duke is a stomping Syracuse. Louisville and Pittsburgh, 17-7, so 20 now, 20. Pittsburgh 17. Louisville. So I mean, you got some good games today, man. I mean, Cincinnati, Kansas, UCF, Kansas State. Actually, that's probably not the best game to watch. But I mean, you know, there are some games today that you can go, hey, that's not a top 10, top 15, top 25 game, but it's a good game. I'm interested to see some of these games because of they're the opposite. Can UCLA win a damn game? They're playing Northwestern. I kind of just want to see if they can win it. I just want to watch it to see, like, Teran's face says it all. I mean, are they going to do anything this year? I don't know. Cal versus Boston College. I mean, jet lag like a mother. I don't know. I mean, will they even look good in Boston? I don't know. Will Boston College get a second win this year? Go get that second win there. Baylor, and this is a fun game, a Big 12, an old school Big 12 game. Baylor and Oklahoma State, Texas, Oklahoma battle there. Utah and West Virginia, another fun. So, I mean, there's some good ones, dude. There's some other games that we haven't noted just because they're not ranked. We have the New Mexico battle, and both teams are 2-1, New Mexico State and New Mexico. That's a fun game. We have Hawaii and Air Force going head-to-head. I mean, there's a lot of good ones, man. Tulane and Tulsa, that's another good one. You know, Lucy, we already talked about Arizona and Iowa State, so NC State, Virginia Tech. You know, obviously, so the game, we already talked about the game of the week already, Oregon and Pennsylvania a million times over, well, Penn State. But Washington State and Colorado State. Can the Rams win this one at home? Will the Cougs roll over there and earn a victory? You know, San Jose State and Stanford, two teams that only have one victory. Will this be, Teran? We talked about it. You've talked about it before earlier in the year. You said Stanford only had about one win in them this year. Will they actually win it? Could they knock off a San Jose team that doesn't look that good? Or is it because San Jose's played some, you know, I mean, who the hell has San Jose State even played? They played Central Michigan, which was very close, and then they got smacked by Texas, and then they beat Idaho. So realistically, I don't know. I mean, Stanford has a chance. I'm not going to say they're going to win it, but there's a chance there. The Spartans could kind of, you know, I wouldn't say lay off, but not be that great. Kentucky and South Carolina, another one. So I don't know, Teran, throw out some. What do you think, man? I mean, other games that you think are sneaky good or worth watching?
Well, I definitely have to think that Utah State Vanderbilt is probably the game that people should be keeping an eye on, just because people are not giving Utah State a chance, but they're 3-1, and their lone loss was actually a hard-fought game. So if Vanderbilt thinks that they're going to be walking in and getting a layup out of this, I think they're dead wrong. They got to show up and play and just actually play to their Utah State's level and not play down below them.
No, agreed. So, I mean, there you go. I mean, there are some fun football games today. Obviously, last night, I mean, we had Arizona State defeating TCU. That was an upset, knocking off the Horned Frogs. Arizona State, I don't know. What is it with that team, Teran? Arizona State's 4-1 right now. They just won. Why do I feel like Arizona State's going to nosedive? Like, why do I feel that way?
I mean, they did have that loss to Mississippi State, which that was an ugly one. That was kind of an ugly one, but now looking at it, Mississippi State is still undefeated, so maybe it's not as bad.
Well, it's true. So I don't know, man. So, but again, before we're out of here, man, any other notable games you want to take a look at today, or anything else? Little fun facts.
What about Ohio
curveballs?
State, Washington? Now, Washington, you all got to realize they are a very good home team. I think they've won like 23, 24 games in a row dating back to the Callan DeBoer era, but they're facing Ohio State. I wouldn't crown Ohio State just yet, but Washington, I think they keep it close, but I think Ohio State will just pull out the win just barely. Again, you got to realize that Washington is the prime definition of home field advantage. They're really good at home, but they really suck on the road. So I think for Washington, they keep it close against Ohio State, but Ohio State breaks through and snaps the win streak.
Yeah, I don't know. How awesome would it be to see Washington win? How great would that be?
I think that would turn the entire college football trajectory on its head.
Okay, let's play a little what if. I love, as a historian and somebody, when I was in my undergrad with my history folks, we would have some fun playing what if. We had a little group of students where we'd have fun, like, oh, what if, the Cold War, what if, oh my gosh, God forbid, but what if there was, what if there was actually the nukes dropped in the crystal, the Cuban Missile Crisis actually turned into a war, or what if the Reformation never happened and Martin Luther never spoke up, or what if Columbus wasn't so persistent and didn't get granted permission to go explore the New World. I mean, fun stuff like that, right?
Right.
As Illinois leads 14-10, by the way, now at the half.
I feel maybe USC should have gone for it.
They should have.
Part of me really wanted them to go for it, but knowing SC, they probably would have foobarred it.
Of course. That's a good one.
Oh, God. Look at the graphic. 11 straight games when leading at halftime, and their last loss was at Iowa. But they're at home, so unless USC can really turn it around, this one's looking like a perfect storm for Illinois and a perfect storm of a loss for SC.
I will be pissed if they lose this game, but it looks like I'm going to be pissed off today. So whatever. I mean, we'll see. But anyway, Teran,
NFL teams to try to save our weekend.
Yeah, well, I'm a Raider fan, as you know, so I don't get anything from those guys. So it has to be SC. It's SC or nothing. But we'll see. But anyway, yeah, Teran, let's play a little bit of what if. So today, Washington knocks off Ohio State. What happens?
Washington gets ranked, and the Ohio State will pretty much be labeled as frauds.
Are they as big of frauds as Notre Dame at this point if they lose that game?
Man, I don't think so. But honestly, I think that this will basically take Ohio State out of the running in terms of being considered a potential contender.
If Ohio State loses today, but then comes back for the rest of the year, plays well, and then knocks off Michigan at the end of the year, do they redeem themselves, or does that loss today be the defining moment of the entire season?
I think if they lose, but then they run the table, I think Ohio State could have a chance, because then they'd be in the Big Ten championship game, and then if they win that, then there's the potential of them getting back in the college football playoff. Because you got to remember, Ohio State with 2 losses wound up winning the whole thing last year. I mean, everything just played out perfectly, just because they took down Tennessee, even though they didn't make the Big Ten championship game, took down Tennessee, throttled Oregon and really exposed them, took down Texas in a thriller, and then wound up finishing off Notre Dame as well. So
Agreed. This is fun. I love playing the what ifs. But yeah, that to me is the biggest what if. Okay, one more thing today. Oregon knocks off Penn State. What happens?
I think Oregon can make the Big Ten championship game. I don't see anyone really beating Oregon for the most part. I think Oregon is, even though they're not as good as they were last year, I think Oregon is just still pretty darn good.
Oh, they are. Okay, but if not, what if instead of frowns in Happy Valley today, we get smiles and the Nittany Lions knock off Oregon?
Then Penn State will have actually proved itself, and Penn State will actually be labeled as a pretty darn good team. I think Penn State will have actually proven themselves, because this is their time to prove. If there's ever a week that Penn State has to prove themselves, it's this week. But they're not out of the woods by a long shot. They still got Ohio State at Ohio State. They've got Indiana, which I think they could probably handle. So they're nowhere near out of the woods when it comes to getting rid of all their, I wouldn't say cupcakes, but I think they're still they still have a ways to go to really be a true contender. And then Oregon, if they take down Penn State, the only ranked matches they have remaining are Indiana and USC, which I think they can handle for the most part, since they get both of those teams in Autzen Stadium. I just don't see them losing to any other team, even Washington.
Yeah, I don't see that either. So, Teran, we've been on the air for almost 2 hours now, so I think it's about time we cue that music and run it on out of here. But good sir, it has been fun. It has been so fun. What are you thinking, man? I mean, are you excited? Do you feel that there could be an SC comeback? Do you feel that we're looking at some upsets today? I don't know. We have so much fun to look, so many fun scenarios, things to play out. But again, going back to high school, man, Bishop Gorman, Santa Margarita. I'm going to say it right now. I really like Santa Margarita. But Bishop Gorman already lost to Mater Dei. They're on a business trip right now. If Santa Margarita wins this thing, oh my gosh, Carson Palmer is the coach of the year. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe not that crazy just yet. But Santa Margarita is going to get some more respect on their name. And I'll tell you right now, when it comes to Bishop Gorman, they're going to take a tumble. But I'm going to go Bishop Gorman in this one. As much as I want to go SoCal in this one, I have a feeling Bishop Gorman is going to retaliate and win this one. What do you think?
I'll take Bishop Gorman too. I think Gorman will be a little too much for Santa Margarita. But if Santa Margarita wins, they're officially back.
No, they are. They are. So we'll see how it goes, man. But anything else you want to add before we're out here today, man?
I think that is it. I don't think we're ever going to have a scenario where we're seeing USC play again while we're live, especially since next week they have a bye. They can't hurt us next week. So that's something we can kind of look forward to.
Yeah, and the frustration is real with these guys, man. So, Teran, there you have it, man. We're going to get on out of here, man. I mean, we're going to see how it goes. Let's go SC and see how they play harder. If they play any harder, we'll see. But anyway, dude, that is that for today's show. For Teran Rodriguez signing off. For me, your boy Larry B signing off. We got a doubling game tomorrow morning. Be ready for it, guys. It's going to be a fun one. We saw Seahawks and Cardinals get down. Cardinals winning that one over. Seahawks win that one over the Cardinals. But will we see Vikings and Steelers NFL doubling tomorrow morning? We'll find out. But with that said, for Teran Rodriguez from your boy Larry B, we will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care, and as always, God bless.
Peace.
Peace.